Got the flashers on. Ooh, and dropping about a quarter of a tire along that edge in that first outside zone. Good transition across. It does end up on the hashes of the inside clip. Filling that next outside zone though. A little bit of throttle adjustment there to get that car to drive in for that inside clip. Does just that and coming really close there to that last and final wall. And there you go. Vincey's competed in, so here we go. With his second qualifying run of the day, settles into the edge of the track there. Good transition across. Driving that car in for the inside clip. Working out to that outside zone. Looking good here. Filling that second to last outside zone, and there he is settling into the wall. He's nervous.
That S14 of his, while the S14 of Tikhon Polessky is ready to lay it down. Initiating in right to angle is Tikhon, but Artem doing a good job to stick with him through that first outer zone, transitioning right along the bumper and sticking on the door through that inside clip as they come down the hill to that outer zone. Not as much angle from Artem in that chase position, but sticking right in the pocket is Artem as they come through that next inside clip, doing a great job as Tikhon Polessky as they come through that final wall ride section and pushing real hard as Artem as they come across. And if anybody's ever been chased down by Tikhon, they know it's like having a magnet on your door, and a guy named Tikhon there, and there he already is on the door of Artem. But Artem really good through that first outside zone and down through the second end to this inside clip. But look at the proximity from Tikhon as they come into the Manji section. Tikhon just taking any opportunity to put it onto the door of Artem. Artem is on a good lead run here, but just the sheer aggression from Tikhon Polessky all the way through to the end. This goes. Tikhon in the lead, Wojciech giving chase. Initiating in is Tikhon. There's Wojciech right there with him though, coming through that first outer zone. Good proximity, maybe too early of a transition there from Wojciech, but gets onto the door of Tikhon through that inside clip. Got to leave some room here for the transition right along the bumper as they come down into that next inside clip. Wojciech really putting on the pressure, going a little wide though, catching back up though as they transition onto that wall ride and get right onto the door of Tikhon. And around the corner they come, 50 roll onto the throttle. Wojciech out front, Tikhon right there with them, right onto the door, tries to hold on through that first outer zone, transitioning down the hill. There goes Tikhon again, that magnet right onto the door of Wojciech as they come screaming down through that inside clip and now into the Manji section. Right along the bumper was that transition to Tikhon. Now again onto the door, maybe a little bit of contact there, little bit of it as they come into the spinal inside. Holy man, Masashi Yoshida, Tikhon Polessky out front, Masashi Yoshida giving chase, initiating in. There is Tikhon, but a huge surge there from Masashi in the chase position as they come down the hill and towards that inside clip. Masashi is looking so dialed as he's right along the door that entire turn as they come into the Manji section. Now to the inside clip, Masashi really putting on the pressure. Transitioning now onto the wall ride, a bit of a gap, but there's Masashi quickly closing it and getting back onto the door of Tikhon. And they come and on the loud pedal, on the throttle, initiating in, and what was that? A mimic initiation from Tikhon in the rear as they come down the hill. Tikhon on the door of Masashi already as they're going through the Manji section now. Next outer zone is filled. Right there, the proximity right on the bumper. Tikhon going right up against the door, holding the same line as Masashi as they come through the final outer zone along the wall ride, and a bump there from mile-an-hour roll onto the loud pedals really early, but initiating in already. Tikhon's right with them as Alan Hines doing a great job to that first section, but Tikhon just sticking right with them on the front bumper, side to side, door to door as they come through that first inside clip. Now into the Manji section, leaving absolutely no room on either of their bumpers for the transitions as they are already door to door off of the transition through that inside clip. One more transition, maybe a little nudge there from Tikhon, but still door to door. Around the corner, loud pedals on. Here we go, the final battle of the day. Right away, Alan Hines makes a huge surge to get up to the door of Tikhon. They come down the hill. Tikhon's on a great lead line here, but look at Alan Hines right against the door as there's a little bit of a gap there to allow room for that transition. Bumper to bumper on the transition, coming down into the next inside clip. A little wide goes Tikhon into the inside clip. Now coming into the final outer zone, the speed that Tikhon roll off the line on the loud pedal as soon as you see the yellow line and go for it. Tikhon right there on Alan, scrubbing wheels through the first outer zone as they transition down the hill, bumper to bumper on the door. Still is Tikhon onto Alan as they come through into the Manji section now along the bumper. Every transition Tikhon is making is taking paint off of Alan's bumper through the final inside clip, door to door. Look how close that transition was, wheel to wheel as they come through. Alan bounces off the wall. Around the corner, they see the yellow line, they get on the pedal, and here we go. Tikhon initiates super early. Alan Hines right there with him though, putting it up onto the door as he leaves the room for the transition down the hill. Maybe a little wide from Tikhon, but he holds it together and grabs that inside clip. Alan Hines right along the door, leaving no room for the transition into the Manji section. Look at how close these two are, wheel to wheel as they come into the next inside clip. No mistake from Tikhon this time around as Alan Hines goes into Tikhon and puts him in the wall.